Auriga Stars, a Fate actual play where every session begins with talking about Wither's Baldur's Gate's ass.
Just how you started it.
It's because of a
Withers,
glitch.
withers, if you will.
So, welcome in. Excited to have you. I am Ultramaj, your god and DM. I play everybody that they don't. And we'll go ahead and do quick little introductions before diving right in. You can find me pretty much anywhere at Ultramirage. I am an artist. My commissions are by technicality open, although I do still have a couple to catch up on. But keep me in mind. Otherwise, I also am a professional DM on Start Playing. That all being said, let's hop to Jill.
Hi, I was not prepared for that. Hi, I am Jill, also known as Ghosty JK sometimes when I'm feeling a little spicy. And I use she, they pronouns. I will be playing Risai, whose constellation is the dragon.
Julia.
Hello, everyone. My name is Julia. You can find me online at J_Deluxe. I use she, they pronouns. And today, and all the days that we're playing this game, I'm playing Giselle, and I'm fine. I am the Guardian Lion constellation.
You say all days that we're playing this game, bet. Hope you have a backup ready. No, I'm kidding. I saw the fear of God on your face. Sorry. Torin.
Hello, I am Torin. My pronouns are she, they. I am playing Makoto Shana in this game. As far her constellation is the ram. Her pronouns are she, her. And quite frankly, I think she's a little scared right now, but we're doing okay. We'll figure it out. She'll get there. She'll be fine. As far as finding me online, typically it'll be Torin Talks or Torin Talks Creativity.
Kate.
Hi, I'm Kate. I use any and all pronouns. I often go by Kate Orange Sky 11 on the internet, on Twitter. I have a YouTube channel where I have a bunch of nerd fan edits that I've done for the past 10 years. And I am playing Cersei, who uses they them pronouns, who is trying to just keep it all together. So very excited.
Hamalu.
Hi everyone, it's me, Emma or Hamalu on the internet. I use she, they pronouns. I'm bringing to you today Nico, our nervous bean, and the seer constellation. And they're definitely just a normal little guy. Don't worry about it.
When I think of Nico, I think that's a normal little guy.
A normal little guy.
Verbatim.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just normal men.
Oh no!
I'm just.
You can do it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
This is our beautiful cast. This is our beautiful home. And we always have a permanent lethal case of the giggles. But welcome to Auriga Stars. Last session, I believe the party as a whole, with a little bumps on the way, found out that a couple of the party are infected, ? With the Fel. The Fel being the potentially evil monsters that you guys are supposed to fight to purge the world of, so that they don't kill everything. But we learned that dear sweet Giselle started to manifest these abilities after receiving her chosen powers. My God. However, dear sweet Nico, who has been locked up at home their entire life, had a bit more explaining to do in that their family is from the dead side of the world, generations back. And that this is just kind of normal for them, although it hasn't quite manifested like this before. But some weird shit's going on. And everybody is perfectly fine. Adding on to the perfectly fine normal shit after getting some blood work done by Campa, who is apparently a competent scientist.
Highly doubt that.
That's terrifying. The most terrifying thing that's happened so far.
It's the only thing he's competent at. Let him be. You guys found a Fel spying on you, whose name is Soul, apparently, and who apparently knows knows Campa as well. Supposedly snuck out of where, you don't know, but isn't supposed to be out. And said a lot of, please don't tell Campa I'm out here. Please don't say anything. Which gave the party quite the moral conundrum of, oh god, are we fighting sentient beings? Are these monsters supposed to be, like, what is going on? Well, I believe, if I remember right, we left off at the end of that night with most of the party saying, we'll try and worm a confession out of Campa, our guide,
Mm.
the next day.
Mm.
All right.
Easy peasy, right?
Easy peasy.
We got this.
They've always been really supportive and accessible. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
The most approachable guide I've ever had.
Yeah. Oh no.
Are we talking about Campa?
Well, to be fair, is the only guide I've ever had. So.
Yeah.
Guess that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. And so, the following day, you all begin to prepare for school, do things as normal, try and entertain the idea of having a regular college lifestyle for a day while just letting sit on the back burner your moral conundrums. Welcome back. So, is there anything that you guys would like to do in particular during that day before you get on to magical them business?
magical them business. Love that.
I think.
mm.
Oh.
No, please. ahead.
I think Cersei, just in between one of their classes, is going to. They're still trying to test out C2B, so they're just going to send C2B out for a loop of the entire campus and come back. Not necessarily looking through, but just seeing if they can make the trip and come back.
Absolutely. I would say it takes probably a little bit longer than expected, not because of any particular flaws, but probably because a lot of people stop in and are just like, oh my no, and like keep having to God, that reminds me, I met a sheep today. It was
Aw,
really,
cute.
yeah. Somebody who was dropping off furniture for me and they had a sheep. Anyway.
You don't keep sheep with you at all times?
that's fantastic.
Pops out a little sheep. No, I'm kidding.
Anyways. eventually CB gets back to you and has like a couple ribbons tied around it and like a couple kiss marks from like lipstick on there, and it's like been getting a lot of attention.
Oh, that's very sweet. Cersei's probably gonna like tear up a little bit and just start petting him. Good little bird.
Lovely. But otherwise seems to be operating just fine. Yes.
I think Nico has spent a decent amount of time in that little common shared space between the rooms, looking very casual, like they're just reading and doing homework, as is going to be their way whenever they have downtime. But they are in fact camping out to watch the comings and goings of the other room to find a moment in which Rasai is in the room on her own. As subtly as possible.
Rasai's
of
and they're
course.
just like reading comics or something.
Yeah.
On your bed.
Just like
Yeah, this is after classes.
Subtle.
Subtle.
If
There's
this is after
definitely a moment
classes,
when
oh, sorry, go ahead.
go ahead.
I was just gonna
Go
say, I
on.
think Makoto would leave and go to the like garden with the older gentleman that we met at the very beginning.
Mhm.
Because I think classes wise, because she's gonna take this seriously. She's never been to school. There's never like a formal school, but she's
Yeah.
never really been to. And she's learning like biology, animal husbandry, botany, those kinds of things. So that's what she's going to do.
Yeah.
AKA, she's out of the room.
I think Cersei's gonna, if Cersei knows that's where you're going, they'll just be like, hey, Makoto, do you mind if I join you? I don't really know much about like nature stuff, and I'm trying to learn more about it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
Do you have any snacks? I was gonna get snacks for you right there.
I can get snacks. Yeah.
Let's get snacks
do
and
it.
go. Very small smile and just stomps like
Like double time, like
yeah. She's got like a
volleying.
big like rucksack pack on her back with like clippers and shears and all those things.
Mm-hmm. Cersei feels very unprepared for that. Just doesn't have anything. Is like, I'm just gonna.
You have snacks. I've got everything else.
Good.
What are you doing?
Nico's watching and waiting for people to leave.
Oh, I'm definitely out and like at classes. So no.
So yeah.
If I notice you doing that on the way out, I'm just kind of looking and be like,
Just explodes.
Yeah.
Fire.
Like, deep blush on the colored parts of their skin. Yeah, for sure. And will eventually like take a moment, put the book down, like they want to get up, and then think, maybe I'll just leave. Well, no, and then just like second guesses themselves constantly until they're like, okay, that's right, let's go. And we'll get up and go and like give a little gentle knock knock and peer my head into the room.
Oh, hey Nico. What's up?
Is it okay if I come in?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm not interrupting anything, am I?
She throws a book behind her. Nope. What's up?
Well, I noticed that you seem to read an awful lot of, are they like graphic novels that you read?
Yeah, they're like comics, graphic novels, manga, whatever you want to call it.
Okay, yeah. I haven't seen too many of those, but I did have and they kind of reach into one of the many pockets that are in the layers that they're they have And they pull out this book that actually looks really quite old. And it's leather, but it does not look like a manga in any way. And they just kind of like extend it towards you.
Oh, okay.
It's a storybook that is from our library, but it's illustrated all through. So I don't think it's quite like the ones that you read, but I think it might be quite similar. And I thought maybe you might want to read it.
Definitely. This is a big book.
Mm-hmm. It's a great story.
She like flips through her thumbs through the pages.
And
It's like a burst of wind blows.
it's like beautifully illustrated. Like I don't know if you guys have seen that one Sandman comic with the Go cover that's all like hand painted art. It's very similar to that.
This is beautiful. I mean, are you sure you want to lend this to me?
Well, I hope that you like it. Maybe it won't be to your taste, but I thought perhaps you could that you might enjoy it.
What kinds of stories are in here?
Well, it's like folklore tales, which interestingly, folklore tales actually pass on the moral messages of the culture that they're from. But it makes for entertaining stories as well. This one's about ghosts, but you befriend those ghosts, and they help guide them.
She slams down the book and leans forward, like the ghost in the school.
Yeah, quite possibly, yes. But I don't know if the ghost in this school would be like guide us through our misadventures, but the one in this story certainly does. I agree. Maybe they do. Just because they're a ghost doesn't mean they have to be mean.
This is true. I mean, I don't think I'm scared of ghosts, but I've never really been in a situation where like I've encountered one before.
You seem very brave, so I'm sure you wouldn't be scared if you met one.
I mean, I try. But yeah, there's things that scare me. There's water.
Oh. I mean, that makes sense. It's terribly dangerous, even though it doesn't seem like it should be. It can destroy a mountain,
Yeah, there's not a lot of water in Serpentine.
Yeah. I'm from the Radiant Oasis, so I get you.
You understand them. It's just I can't swim. So just the thought of being like in water is kind of scary. But like, I've got magic, so I can float, I could fly, especially now that I've got dragon wings. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, the wings are pretty exciting. We should maybe practice flying together sometime.
That would be fun. Are we allowed to be seen doing
that? Well, if we go somewhere remote or high up away from people, maybe.
God politely reminds you that just behind the school in the city are beautiful mountains with that giant waterfall sparkling down and the massive carving of Lady Auriga, which has a beautiful view of the kingdom, country now, Auriga.
There's those mountains behind the school.
Yeah.
It seems like it'd be a pretty place to go.
Yeah, it would, yeah.
And we can like practice like in air like battle maneuvers and stuff. Like we could team up and do like really cool things together. I think that would be fun.
Yeah, we could. And like for the first time, like Nico's actually managing to maintain some eye contact.
Versailles definitely taking advantage of that. Like maybe uncomfortable amount of eye contact, especially for Nico.
It's okay. They're too frightened that if they look away, they're not going to be able to look back again. So they're like, I must maintain this. Well, then we should do that. I'm not sure if I'm quite the battle maneuvers kind of person, but it seems like we might have to be soon. So
Yeah, and maybe we can get some like extra credit with Campa because I don't think impressing them is going to be very easy, for being completely honest.
I don't know if they need us to impress them.
I mean, like, I'm not going to go out of my way, but like, I want to prove that like I can do these things. I haven't had the best track record so far.
Yeah, I think I get that. I kind of have spent my whole life you just feel like your parents are just always expecting so much of you, and you have to live up to this super high standard, and that doing anything less than perfect is just not good enough, and you're clearly a terrible person.
Yeah, no, I do get that. Maybe not my parents, they've been very supportive, but that feeling of needing to be better,
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah. Well, you've been doing very well so far, so. Cool. So, flying, and then maybe we could like fly down to the town and like check that out sometime, maybe.
It's
Get
a
some
date.
decent coffee.
And then Rasai's gonna walk past Nico and be like, we should probably get to classes sometime soon, by the way.
Yeah, classes. Right. Yep. Woo.
And like as she passes Nico, she'll put like a hand on her shoulder. Just be like, see you later. It was nice talking to you. Thank you so much for the book. I'll definitely.
You are so welcome.
I want you to know that if we were in a Discord call, I would be slamming the air horn sound a lot.
Nico's gonna stand there for like a long time, just processing.
It's okay. You're just missing. Do colleges have gym class? I don't know. I never went. Fucking whatever.
Yeah, it may be a required elective.
They realize that like they're not on time for something, which for them means at least 5 to 10 minutes early, and they're like, "Oh, damn!" and they just scoot off.
I still, even though everybody was like technically away, I still imagine them at the door, just piled on each other, like
just the door.
They all forgot something that they had to go back for.
Yeah, I wanted to get glass jars, and then I was like,
oh my god, I forgot my ballet slippers.
How about fun drinks?
We didn't want to interrupt.
Like, I think I would just stand for the door and be like, "Not now. We're gonna wait."
Okay. That means that all of my facial reactions were canon. Giselle just like when Rasai is like, it's a date, it's like grab your shoulders, I'm like.
At that point, they could have been like, no. Like, she's all off a little bit.
Yeah,
because they're
they all
gonna
start like vibrating madly. Yeah.
Makoto picks up like Giselle with one hand and Circe with the other hand, and like frog marches us out.
That and like the the little like puff balls when they run fast. Totally quiet. Yep, no one heard it. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I thought Makoto left earlier, but
just like heading to the door and just hearing the scattering of feet, like
is that ghost?
It's the ghost. It's a really heavy ghost, guys.
It's actually just the echoes of Giselle beating her own chest.
Yeah. I don't think Nico necessarily hears the scampering of feet, because all they hear is the rushing of the blood in their ears for a little while. And then when they leave, everyone's already gone, so they just assume that they're yeah, it's just like, oh wow, as they start off the class. Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. And so super not awkward classes continue throughout the day. Do you guys have anything in particular you want to say, do, plan, tease about in your totally normal fantasy end of the school day homeroom do your homework class. That is definitely a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think Makoto, if she was able to get the jars that she forgot, would be in the garden working with the older gentleman, just getting like cuttings of different things to study, and particular plants that can be eaten, like catmint plants and basil, things like that, if they have anything like that. And so she'd be in the study, like writing down about how to do that and propagating.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's a bunch of little jars everywhere.
Yeah, and I think Cersei has been like listening and like watching avidly, and probably to themselves like a little bit like, this makes way more sense than when I was trying to figure out like what my parents were, all the engineering. Why does this make so much more sense than engineering? Why is okay? Doesn't mean anything. It's fine.
Yeah, so she's just like, so you cut below where the leaf comes out, but then you have to cut the baby leaves at the bottom off before you put them in water, so that way they don't rot in there, and that way the roots can grow.
You broke them.
That's an unfortunate
Oh,
place to
no.
pause. And then Cersei just ran, and Makoto just like.
Sometimes that existential crisis hits.
Yeah. Listen, for those of us with ADHD, we have that moment of, so I was just, and then you're just,
Your brain
just
literally
gone.
She had that.
Oh my goodness.
They had that moment of like,
tried to just go find Cersei.
There we go.
Hey, she's back.
How did you do that? Is that some weird magic teleportation thing?
I don't know. I think
not bad for me. I'll be right back.
I think I've been playing with the consciousness thing with C2B too much.
You know,
that was weird.
Now that you say that, I was actually curious. I think you had asked me before, like how my home works. We all help each other and, trade certain things. So I was actually curious. You're very good at this. I'm not sure what to call it. And she like motions to C2B and mechanical things.
Yeah.
Do you think you could teach me to build nothing like C2B and like scratches at C2B a little bit, just putting together like shelving units and things for these? And she holds up the jars like propagation and like things to store this with.
Yeah.
Can you teach me the end of being a butch?
Yeah. Yes.
I need better arms so I can like just chop wood and shit. No, I'm kidding. But
just all passes
bigger
out.
bicep. But if you can think of what I can help with, but I think that would be very helpful for me.
Yeah. I think deciding on if you want a shelving unit to be the first thing, then I can teach you about like joinders and hinges. You could maybe, if some of them need less light, you can make little like covers for them and stuff. And yeah, I'd love to help. I don't really know how good I am actually, but it was more my parents' thing. But yeah, we can try.
A little smile, just thank you, and let me know if you need anything that I can help with.
Oh, this is more than enough. I'm learning so much from you.
Thank you. And she'll go back to just writing like the different herbs and growth patterns.
Just so you know. Oh,
lovely.
Did I interrupt? Sorry, go ahead.
Nope. Good.
No, oh my gosh. Alta, you vanished for me again. Would you mind repeating that?
I didn't really say anything. I literally said so.
Sorry,
And
I
then go
thought
ahead.
I thought you were narrating something because I couldn't
It's
hear
okay.
you. Giselle is just sitting across from Nico during study hall, like
Does that help understand? Like if you hold it closer, and she'll pick up her book. Like
I think only
Oh.
if you're nearsighted does that actually help. And so if it does help, you should like talk to a doctor or something. But no, I'm just I like look over at Rasai and then I look over at Nico.
And like I think Cersei is going to like pretend like playing along, but then like Giselle, chill.
I'm really excited for them.
I know, me too.
what does
I'm
this
just
do?
trying. I like lean over to Makoto. It's to be subtle.
What are you
Oh,
guys
doing?
doing?
She'll just slam the book down. She doesn't know subtle.
But I put the book down. And she's like, "Look, it's not my business, so I'm not going to ask for any more detail. I'm just very, 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 very happy for you." Okay, and I go back to my book.
Thank you. Thanks.
Another
They just
student.
bright red.
Another student slides into your group's table. Just slides a chair in, pushes
Cherry
the books
again?
over. You know it's Cherry. He's like,
Yeah.
"Hey,
He loves Cherry.
besties, what are we gossiping about?"
We're talking about plant propagation.
We're talking about where to cut a stem if you want to propagate a plant. I didn't
So
know
you have
that.
basil, and the roots go really long, so you have to be careful of how you plant it.
Can you
And then-
propagate from the plants on your head?
Is this
Sorry,
like a
that's only
sensitive
a
subject?
No, we're just
No,
talking
they're
about how
trying
to
to be
unlock
subtle.
unlimited pesto basil.
Oh my god, that's so smart.
Yeah,
Guys
because
are
the
like
food hall food is not that
So
great.
you always cut from the top as well, like when you actually have the plant. And then she goes into a whole explanation
Yep.
about it.
And Cherry just flips through some notes and starts taking notes also. It's just like,
Yeah.
wow.
Totally. Cersei too, like, oh, should be.
So glad this worked. Giselle was like, "Okay, yeah, I definitely need to be more normal."
Yeah. I think
I'm so
I'm
sorry
just
about
gonna
that. I didn't mean to.
lock eyes with you with a look of thank you for distracting that conversation because they did not want other people to know.
Meanwhile, Rasai is like in the middle of writing
And
like an
so-
essay on like the history of practical use of magic, and she's just spacing out at like an empty paper, like.
Read the same paragraph 8 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. I imagine you look like so smart and so intense. You've got your glasses on, you've got your notes, and you've just been like really intently reading, and it's just like the
Just
same
duh.
paragraph over and over, and just
The fact that
Very
she's got her
principled.
glasses on now is not helping because
It's the opposite of the Princess Diaries makeover.
yes, exactly. You put the glasses on and you're just like, oh my god.
They're so real for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like, I've never felt this way before. Listen,
so
when all you have for company is your great grandma, like this is
Oh my god.
It's different.
yeah.
this is new.
Like, is it so obvious that Nico's freaking out that even Makoto would notice? But she doesn't notice anything.
It's certainly gone bright red, so either they're having an allergic reaction or too hot, or something is making them quite emotional.
I think Makoto in this explanation too. Is it Cherry? I'm so sorry, I forgot this NPC's name.
Cherry, yeah.
Cherry.
Yes.
Okay. I think Makoto would just kind of like use, again, how animals kind of just lean on you when you're
Mhm.
panicking and freaking out. Just like big body ton, just slightly just giving a little pressure on Nico. If she notices that she's freaking out. Or sorry, that they're freaking out.
Yeah. They'll definitely lean into you a little bit. Thank
Still
you.
talking.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, still talking about plants. As long as Cherry's
Oh, of
looking and
course.
pretending to be interested, or if they are interested, yeah, Makoto's talking about it.
Absolutely. All right. Eventually, the little gargoyles up at the top of the ceiling scream, which means it's the end of class
Is
and
that
the
the
end of
bell?
school. Yes.
Scream.
School's over.
Yeah. Auditory sensitive character definitely is like sudden spike of anxiety at the sound every
Get
time it
out!
happens.
Get out! Yep.
I'm gonna start hearing that in my sleep.
Yeah.
I think
And
just
so
gently
class.
packing up. Oh, sorry. Go
No, I was just saying class is dismissed. Go on.
ahead. I think Makoto will be packing up stuff and just kind of lean down and just, Nico, are you okay?
Yes, I'm doing okay. I'm a little overwhelmed, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. You know, sometimes social situations just get a bit much for me, that's all.
I just say what's on my mind. They tend to go okay.
So I found myself doing that more often now, and it's had mixed results. So I'm trying not to just say what comes into my head.
Well, as long as it's honest, shouldn't be a problem, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you want to practice, you practice with me.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome.
That's appreciated.
Kind of just do like a little nudge and then carry all these stupid jars. There's like 6 of them.
I think Giselle will be. Do you want help with a jar? Can I take a jar for you? Or two?
Sure.
I have 2 hands.
Here, and I'll give you the catmint plant, and then I will give you the catmint plant and the basil plant. Yes.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Hey, and again, I like look around to make sure we're a little private. I'm like, I'm sorry, Nico. I am very used to expressing my joy a little bit over the top because of my younger siblings. Not that I think not that I'm trying to infantilize you. It's just a habit that I could definitely stand to break. So I'm sorry if I kind of put you on edge.
As an only child, it's actually kind of nice.
Oh, then I am your new hype woman.
Cool. I lean in and I try to say it quietly, but they're definitely like the excited kind of whispering that maybe is not as quiet as they think they are. We're gonna go and practice flying together. And then I was like, maybe we should go down to like the town afterwards. And then she just went, it's a date.
No.
Oh god.
That's amazing.
Like, does that mean what I think it means? Because I don't want to overread into that because I've not done this before.
I don't know. You could certainly stand to like double check, like when like, hey, when you said it's a date, did you mean that in like the casual nomenclature of it is a time that we have both set upon to meet at, or is it a date?
Yep.
But
yep.
I can't shake you because I'm so excited, and I have this beautiful basil and a catnip, and I imagine, you don't want me to do that, but All right, let's go find some foul.
Yeah, woo! Let's go.
I do think I am curious. Does Rasai have? Did she bring the book with her?
The big book? No,
The
probably
big book.
not. It's definitely out on her bed though. When we do go back to the dorm,
Oh, okay.
not currently. She doesn't want to carry it around all day. It's a big book.
I'm fair enough. I think.
How big is your book?
If
There you go.
well, we're probably going back to the room to like drop off backpacks and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Probably. So I think Cersei is gonna see that, and only having heard like little bits, like, oh, that's a cool book, Rasai.
Oh, it's Nico's. They lent it to me. They saw me reading a lot and thought I might enjoy the folklore. Apparently there's really
Oh.
pretty pictures in it, and she'll open it up and like show all of like the hand painted illustrations.
Wow, that
It's
is
really beautiful.
gorgeous. Yeah, they got it from the school library, or
I think it's from their family's library.
wow, they brought that whole thing with them.
It's a large book. I assume there was some kind of like charm on the bags to make them not as heavy.
Yeah.
Very useful when long distances, but you know, it's
Right.
it's very thoughtful.
Yeah. That's really sweet.
I look forward to reading about the ghosts and finding out what they can teach us, so we can hunt this ghost that is in the school.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
like
And, you know,
or anything, but
it'll be
kinda, like,
easier to
find
be
out more.
subtle with that giant book, right?
Subtle?
Yeah, that's what they said
Versailles looks at this
earlier.
big-ass book and is like, "Nothing about this is subtle."
No, they said something about you can read easier and be subtle with the book.
You could fit like all three of
What,
us
like,
behind
whispering
it,
to each other
probably.
kinda thing? Gossiping?
I've never
It
really
might be.
tried to be subtle before, but theoretically, yes, is what I think that they were going for.
Well,
It may
it's
be a little large for that, but I suppose you could.
I think it's
Maybe.
mostly so that people can't read your lips or like hear you as well. That's what we were trying to do. I don't know how subtle Giselle and I were actually
I
being.
think I was like, I think Makoto will just put this over and be like, "Well, now you can't read my lips." So is this being subtle?
Where did Bakoto go?
No, but maybe
I
the
come
ghost
walking
would
out of the
respond to
bedroom.
that,
Oh my god,
though.
where's Makoto?
She will like when she pulls it down, she's definitely laughing. Like she has a light of humor. It's very, very little. Just putting the jars up on the shelves.
Amazing.
Y'all are cute.
All right, who's ready to disappoint Kantha today?
Yeah, let's do it. Been disappointing people my whole life. Let's go.
No, that's not what I meant. No, I'm sorry. No,
No, it's
no
fine.
disappointment. We're gonna exceed our expectations.
Sure.
And hope.
And help.
Okay, sure.
I'm on board
Whatever
with
you
help.
say.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So you guys make your way down to the temple so that you can disappoint Campa some more. You're correct.
I think on the way there, just kind of staying to the back, just kind of pull Giselle to the side and just before we go do dangerous things, I just wanted to say I'm sorry for when Nico was talking to them and I blocked you. And well, you blocked me to the door. I'm just sorry if I hurt you. I wanted to make sure to say that.
It's sorry, I saw Alta's face. It's okay. Really.
Okay.
You can't hurt me. Or I mean, you could. You wouldn't.
I was saying I'm kind of tall and very big, so just I tend to get single-minded about things.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll go keep each other safe.
Yeah, that's the goal. All right, and then we'll continue on.
As you guys descend, eventually making your way into the temple proper, where, of course, waiting in the central platform is your guide and mine, Campa. He has his tight-lipped smile on his face, as he always does, as he waits for you all. And as you arrive, he says, "Wonderful. I still do not have any results yet. That will take a few days. However, God, we all have terrible taste in
That
men.
happened. Oh,
Yeah.
We're
you
right.
read my thing. Sorry.
Yeah. God, sorry. This is why I shouldn't read chat. And I would like to check. How do you all feel after our last few days of training? Do you feel confident? Do you feel afraid?
Yes.
Which one?
Yes.
I feel great.
Yes, great.
Great. I look
What-
at Nico. I'm like,
Yeah. Yes. They have like a little like. Yeah.
I don't understand what this means. Can you use your words?
They said they feel great. Those are words.
What are we supposed to feel confident in?
Your ability to handle stressful situations.
Oh, all the time.
I mean, I've
have
never been a superhero before, so
Mm-mm.
Oh.
I've been feeling increasingly more confident. I think I've been feeling a lot closer to my friends here. That makes me feel a little more secure.
Good, good. And Makoto, despite you butting heads with me constantly, I do have the utmost faith in you being able to keep a cool head.
It's generally cool unless I have a fever. So
Yes,
there's
you're very
definitely a little bit of a shit like smirk on her face. Just
Do you believe you're ready to go down to the city today?
I mean, yes, but and do what? And are we fighting today?
I think we're finally doing that girls' night out.
That no.
Oh,
Tampa, girls' night out.
Are you ready to fight? Is what I am asking. Yes.
Why
No,
didn't you
we
just
know, we
ask
know, we
that?
know what you meant.
yes. Also, we
Yes.
got this for you, and I'm going to extend out. It's probably like part of the college's, you like the brand and stuff that you get from a college, but we've covered it in stickers. A little coffee mug from
And I
us
think
Amazing.
as a
on-
thank you for all of your support so far.
and on the straw, there's like a little wooden figure of like a little like rabbit looking thing with a long tail. Looks like so like it's a little, holding on the little edge there.
I.
Thank you.
It's to encourage you to drink more water because your bloodstream seems mostly Starbucks.
Also to remember us.
You see him try to keep a straight face, but his lips do turn up a little bit. I see. Thank you. I will attempt to remember to drink more water and less Starbucks. It's just so
Hi-
addicting.
Hydrate
It
or die,
is.
Champa, you know? It's
I gotta know. Do you win the spars?
Yeah.
No, I don't even bother. I just let my arm go wet noodle so that I can get my cup as fast as possible.
Oh, but then you get some for free if you
Yeah, I've won like
you
3
miss
of
100%
those.
of the shots you don't take. Yeah.
Like I can win one for you if you want.
You do whatever you want. We
Typically.
have more important things to do than drink coffee at the moment.
mm-hmm.
And he holds the little cup that you guys got him up, and you see it dissipate into sparkles, assumedly heading back to his shitty, creepy little lab. Yes.
I had a question, and I kind of eyeball everyone first. Are all creatures that are born of the fell that come through evil monsters that need fighting?
I believe you are living proof that that is not the case.
Yep. Okay. So we would only be having to go and fight the ones that we know are violent and a danger then, correct?
Which should be all of them. Where's this coming from?
Well, if we encounter, I'm just, as you said, if I'm born of the fell and I don't believe I'm an evil monster, if we encountered one that didn't seem evil or a monster, do we still fight it? It's a personal curiosity, I guess, born out of a slight raised anxiety over what I am.
Perfectly understandable.
And
If
no
it
other
poses a threat,
Mhm.
you fight it.
Mm.
If it is harming people, if it is harming the land, you fight it.
Mm. Mhm.
Most importantly is that you heal the source. That is how you can tell which ones need to be exterminated, is they will have a source of the fell, the wound in the earth that you will need to heal.
Okay. Great. That answers the question. Thank you.
You guys see his eyes kind of just very briefly slide to the side before he goes back to you guys. Any other questions before we head out?
Nope.
Nope, I lied. I'm sorry. I do. Sorry. Is there anything you can tell us about this spell?
The one that we are about to go and fight?
Yeah.
Part of your mission today is to test how well you will be able to seek them out yourselves.
Oh.
Mm.
I have given you enough information to try and find what they look like. In regards to what they are doing, I have found that they have been causing trouble very akin to, as you call it, a poltergeist.
Mm. Ghost.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So I will be dropping you off in the city. You will be hunting. From there, I will be observing to make sure you keep yourselves subtle while still trying to locate this information. Yes.
How important is it that we keep the visual transformation that we go through from the general public?
Do not let anybody see you. Not until you all have a complete control over your powers. This is for not only your own safety, but others as well.
Mm. Got it. Thank you.
Welcome back, Cersei. I'm glad you survived that fall over the edge.
Thanks. That was it's been happening lately. It's kind of weird.
So yes, do not transform in front of people. Do not let them know you have these celestial powers, as there are people in the world, creatures in the world, powers in the world, who might be after them.
Mm.
So, again, not only for your own safety, but for those around you. For now, we are keeping things quiet. And this is part of your test today.
What do you mean people are after them?
I mean, you have the powers of a god. Watered down quite a bit, but celestial power nonetheless. As none of the other celestial beings have been on the earth since, there are people who are desperate to grab any fraction of divinity that they can. So I am
Is
just
that
Yes.
Is that even possible? That someone could take, like, I don't know, the scale or the powers from us?
I'd rather not find out.
Fair enough.
Fair.
So, as I said, I'll be dropping you off in the city. You've had basic info. This is going to be your first test. What are you to do once you find the fell?
Find the source.
And heal it. And don't let people get hurt.
Very good. Correct. And you will want to clear out... What are you giggling about?
Oh, that was a sigh of relief. I did not study for
Okay.
the pop quiz.
Oh.
The fuck was I just saying? What's going on? You will also be destroying any of the fell that you find in your way as you're trying to locate the source. Because, yes, destroying the source will prevent more from coming, but you still need to get rid of the symptoms.
So, can
Yes.
Is there a way to just subdue them and, like, poof them somewhere?
That is exactly what you are doing.
So when we destroy them, they're not destroyed.
No, you... How do I put this? You are going to be purifying them.
Okay. Okay.
I'm attempting this. Can regular people see the fell?
Yes.
So aren't they going to see our powers, period, if we try to heal it?
No, because of where the source is.
Okay.
So you know where it is.
I do. As I said, this is a test.
Gotcha. Okay.
Last chance for questions. 3, 2, 1. Wonderful. Yes.
You said the fell that we'll know which ones we have to deal with when they have a source. Does that mean that some don't have a source?
If you heal the source before you take care of the fell that have spawned from them, the fell will remain. They will not have the original wound that they came from, but they will continue to spread. They will continue to hurt the earth around them. They will create more.
Okay. You seem
Okay.
really upset by questions for somebody who asks if we have them.
You just have so many, and there are so many long pauses in between.
We have
It's
to
fine.
think.
It's fine.
We
don't
became
understand that.
superheroes like 2 weeks ago. We're still figuring it out.
That's fair. And you
Thank
are
you.
still babies, so I understand.
Well,
No, I mean, considering like Campa, you're like a billion, like that's fair. I'll take that.
yeah.
Now, I'm not that old.
A million?
So,
Are we getting warmer? 5K.
meet me
500K.
at the dock so we can head down into the city. You have 10 minutes to get there.
Okay, let's go while we're still in there.
And with that,
places. Do we know
he
which-
dissipates into his mist of blue sparkles.
He couldn't teleport us with him.
No.
I think that's part of our test.
Isn't the dock kind of far from here?
Do you think Campa even has a license? We're like already walking.
Yeah. Well, wait. Should we transform before we go?
gonna say
are
no.
transformed people walking out of school maybe a little? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm with you because I also had that thought.
Yeah.
I think he wants us to only transform when it's like,
Necessary.
yeah.
With
Right,
no one
yeah.
saying it.
All right.
So
Okay.
let's go to those dogs.
And
Yeah,
Yeah.
do we actually know where the dogs are? Just above table.
yeah, it's
Okay.
it's where you guys arrived. It's the
Got
main entrance to the school. Basically, just leads to. I say the dock. I called it something else before, and I don't remember what it's called. But the landing platform, because again, this school is on a floating island above the city, so most of the arrivals here fly. The others teleport. P-brain. It's just this is where those people arrive. Anyways, by the time you guys get there, you guys do not see Kampa in his humanoid form. I think this is the first time you guys see him not in tiny Capricia form, which is his funny little fey critter, but a much larger version of that, almost school bus sized. Looks somewhere between a dragon and a ferret and a fairy.
Never ending story, baby.
Oh my god, yeah.
I
Pretty
guess
much.
we don't need to worry about if they have a license then.
Yeah, a bus doesn't have a license to drive itself, right?
Yeah.
Shouldn't
So
need one, I guess.
Is that what a permit is?
I don't know. And honestly, I don't think Kampa cares.
Kampa is just staring at you guys. You see his ears just slowly lowering as he's waiting.
Let's go.
Let's get on the
So
bus.
we have to get in Kampa.
I'm trying so hard not to make ride Kampa jokes.
Right,
my
just get it
players
out.
in
Get it
my
out of our
weekend game
systems.
have already.
Are they romancing? Is anyone there romancing Kampa?
Oh heavens, no! They hate him. One of them tried and finally gave up. It was sad. Anyways,
I think Makoto, realizing that it's Kampa, is going to, I guess, get into the Kampa bus, whatever we might be calling it, and like extra stomp a little bit. Just a little bit. She steps in. Just,
It's like when your cat steps on you and it's like the most painful spot possible.
yeah,
just the
he,
surface area as much as possible.
Yeah.
he lowers himself so that it's easier for you guys to get on, and you see his ears twitch with every single like stomp.
Is anyone wearing heels?
I was
Not
like,
on my.
No.
Makoto wears like
yet.
boots, with like a little bit of heel, but it's not like stilettos, no.
Yeah,
Mhm,
shame.
mhm.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, Cersei's got those. Although Cersei might like have C to B like walk instead of fly, just to get the little like little feet,
Uh-huh.
the little pro feet.
Yep. And he actually has scales instead of like fur, and they're very fine, very pearlescent. And you guys hardly get a chance to actually admire how pretty he is in this form after you've stomped on him and gotten a little seed and grabbed onto some fur, because as soon as you guys are seated, he just leaps off the edge and nosedives straight down.
Are
I
we
guess.
sitting like together in our own chairs? Like, what's our?
I imagine he's long, he's not wide. So
Uh-huh.
it's more so like one behind the other.
Okay.
And luckily you guys don't feel, dare I say, the gravity of the situation. Would this be inertia? It'd be a little bit of both. Anyways, you don't really feel that as
G-force.
much. You don't feel weight less, but you don't feel like you're going to fall off. You feel like there's some kind of magical protection on you to keep you buckled in, basically.
Okay. Because
And
Makoto's first instinct, I think, would be to the mom thing, that
Mhm.
won't actually save people, but they do it anyway. I
Yeah.
think
Mhm.
Makoto would probably do something like that, but yeah, whoever's behind her.
I think I'm still full cat on a branch, just
Yeah.
the
Claws
claws
out.
come out.
yeah, all around.
So his feet are just like dangling because they don't quite like reach the floor. So they're just like
Amazing. After a couple of moments of just straight nosediving, his wings come out and he glides and circles and finally goes down to the landing platform in the city proper, where he flutters, lands, and then sits up, knocking all of you off.
Oh,
oh nice.
okay. The awarding would have been nice.
Yeah, I'll try to catch and/or help people up.
Oh, I land on my feet.
Nico does not.
Just I fall just lands in like a pile, like.
Yeah.
You all hear in your heads as Kampa gets back down and stretches out, all cute like. You hear in your heads, all right, I've given you your clues. Your mission begins now. Good luck. If you do need my help, I will be around. Just reach out to me with your heart, and I will hear you.
What clues did we get?
Sorry, I didn't mean to cackle so evilly. Well, I'm off to Sparbucks. And with that, he does a big flip and turns into Tiny Kampa. Just a little tiny Capricia, technically. And he just waddles off with his gay little walk down the road.
Pray, 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 pray.
So. They just like,
I don't-
it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know if Makoto thinks she debate push to help or grab to know.
No, I imagine cat people in this universe have a good amount of self-control. I'm not ever gonna attack Kampa unless I actually want to.
Mm-hmm.
But there's that split second of could eat that.
Yeah. It's kind of like the same thing when you look at somebody that you really love and your eyes just go big. It's the same thing of just an instinctive oh yes, pray.
I could kill that.
That's exactly it.
I want to crush him till he squeaks.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do. Giselle and Julia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Listen, my favorite type of skrunkly is a chew toy. You know?
Campa's got to be at some point. It's gonna happen.
And so you are set loose on the city, which is grand and beautiful. It is almost pristine. It fits the aesthetic of the castle as it was once the castle of the city of Auriga, the capital of Auriga, the country, etc., etc. Absolutely beautiful, stunning. The colors generally pink, blue, purple, because I'm God here. In the distance, just past the city and these beautiful sprawling buildings, you can see the mountain range where that fantastic sparkling waterfall falls down next to the giant statue of Lady Auriga. And the location of somebody's first date.
Who could that be?
The street itself is pretty bustling as it is afternoon. Most of the businesses are open. Everybody's kind of watched you guys get dropped off. The flying creatures aren't necessarily rare. In fact, they're quite common. Kampa himself is unique, but they're not put off by him per se, just huh, haven't seen that one before, as they watch him waddle off down the street.
Mhm.
What's your plan with the world's worst field trip teacher ever?
So the only thing I remember really him saying is that it's not where people are.
Right.
Like regular people can see this, but they're not, I guess, currently looking at it. Not sure how to interpret that, but
I mean, we're supposed to be able to sense them, right? Is that what we got?
I
I don't
don't
know.
know how magic works.
Would you like to try?
I would love to try and cast like a spell or something to like have like a little sonar thing pops up in front of Versailles and just try and like link onto that feeling of the fell that we encountered in the dorm.
Yeah,
It just
absolutely.
brings it Giselle and Nico.
Yes.
That way we know
Makoto's
it'll
gonna-
work,
really
right? You
loudly.
guys are the control group.
yeah.
I think Makoto's gonna close her eyes and just like try really hard. Because she does not get how this stupid shit works. So she's just like
Mhm, mhm. This actually comes quite easy to both of you.
Oh,
Whether you
cool.
focus into it as a device or if you just use your inner sense. And both of you immediately get pings in the same direction. Makoto, you close your eyes and focus, and you feel this tugging of. It feels like a little like heartbreak being tugged in a certain direction. Rasai, it feels a little less strongly since you focused it into a device or into your hand, but
Like
you
an
still
illusion,
have,
yeah.
yeah, you still have a little bit of that, like, ooh, that doesn't feel good. That direction.
Right. That way, I think.
All right.
Okay.
yeah.
Just
it's
out of
that.
curiosity, do Giselle and Nico come up on your radar?
Do they?
Yeah, that's a good
Do
question.
they?
Do I?
They have their own unique pings. Thank you for asking. I always forget about this. Where it's not entirely fell. It's very, very faint, but it's there.
Okay.
Does it also feel like heartbreak to Makoto?
Mm,
Because
I
it's
don't.
fully transparent. I don't think she's ever really experienced that before, so it's not a good time for her right now.
Yeah. No, I think it just feels strange, foreign, but not necessarily bad.
Yeah, she's playing with like the necklace that she wears. That was not good for her at all.
Yeah.
Poor baby.
What does it feel like? You okay?
Yeah, I'll be okay. I don't know what it feels like. Let's just get going. And it's very uneasy for her.
Yeah. They are born out of negative emotions, so
Yeah.
That does make sense. So
Yeah.
I guess just prepare. Maybe the closer we get, the worse it will feel.
Okay.
I wonder what their source will look like.
I think as we are walking, Giselle gently like knocks against Makoto Shana and that like cat recognizing you are sad sort of thing, and then sends you a nod. And we follow Rasai and Nico.
Yeah. A little smile.
I just imagine Makoto like, is this a negative emotion?
She's definitely felt like anger and things like that before, but yeah, this one is new. She's
Yeah.
maybe
Mhm.
starting to get it. It's gonna take a lot.
Yeah.
Mhm.
As you guys are heading down the streets, it seems like you guys kind of have to like navigate around a few alleys and streets to actually get to where it's pointing you guys. But it seems to be going into a opposite of residential district. shopping district?
Commercial?
Commercial, yeah.
Like warehouse?
Commercial, thank you.
Industrial.
My God.
Just think
I've
of the
run this game
city.
4 times. You would think. Into a commercial district where there's very, very cozy shops just lining all of the streets. And it's not so much that there's no nature in the city. Nature is very much so included in the city. There's plenty of trees and parks and flowers growing along everything. They don't try to like keep it pushed out of the city, so it doesn't feel so boxed in. However, there are many shops here, many incredibly cozy, very cute. And there's a few crowds of people who are going about their business. One of them seems to be a bakery who is pretty busy, and it seems like there's a few folks outside who are gossiping. These folks are whispering about the other bakery, the Baker's Dozen, that's had to close down because of an apparent haunting, and how really they think it's because they're just managing their money poorly, and one of the sisters must have, run off with someone and taken all of the money, and someone's like, "Oh, no, 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 I heard it was all murder," because I haven't seen any of the sisters in like a week. So people are just gossiping outside of this very busy bakery where the owner seems incredibly smug. Their baked goods seem fine, not great.
I think we
Maybe.
found where we need to go.
Do we feel like that pull getting stronger around
Mhm.
here? Is it
Absolutely.
a particular? It's not like a person, right? Like not one person. We're not gravitating towards. Okay.
Nope.
It's that closed down bakery, right?
If a place is closed down, it may be for unfortunate reasons. I could see why that might generate unhappy feelings.
Yeah. And if no one's seen the sisters in a while, I think we should. I mean, maybe they're in trouble there.
Let's check
Yeah,
on them.
Okay.
let's go.
Yeah.
Well, let's get through all these cherries and we'll go over there.
As you guys begin to make your way down this sunshiny, beautiful, cheerful street where it feels like you're walking through a Disney movie, that sense of dread begins to fill all of you. It's just barely there, just something unnerving that you can't quite place, but it's there. And it doesn't take long before you are standing before the Baker's Dozen, which was at some point a very cute, cozy bakery, but now has broken windows. The sign itself seems to have a bite taken out of it. The windows are all boarded up. It looks miserable. Any of the plants that are outside have also just died completely. Looks bad.
That looks like our place.
We should try and sneak in the back, right? We don't want people seeing us go in here.
Julia, you're muted.
I could.
Sorry, I keep coughing because I'm still getting over being sick. Thank you. Hey, Circe, Makoto. I kind of nod towards the plants. Can you, by any chance, tell if those are dead from like natural plant death causes or other fell stuff?
Yeah,
Look
I
at
was
you
gonna say,
guys
is
using
there
your
any
college degrees.
is there any like? I was gonna ask if there's any like
First time for
green
that.
lingering on them, not the obviously plant green, but the fell green that we've seen before.
Absolutely. Taking a closer look, even if you didn't necessarily see visual remnants of fell influence, you could feel like if you put your hand on the dirt, on the leaves, you can feel that negativity flowing through. It's so strange how distinct of a feeling this is, and how strong it is, even just in the earth itself. But digging around a little bit, checking the roots, you definitely do see bits of that very bright green that don't look healthy. Not the healthy green.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell everyone, because they asked, that there's
Yeah.
definitely fell here.
Yeah.
Jolly
it
Rancher
definitely
green.
wasn't. Yeah, was not natural causes.
Can I look around and see if there's anyone around us right now or eyes on us?
Yeah, there's a few people that are not at this shop, but up and down the street. They don't really seem to be paying much attention to you. Not necessarily because, like, you get the feeling from some of the graffiti on this place that a lot of people stop by this place to snoop.
Mm. Okay.
Seriously, I think Makoto was going to try to heal some of the plants here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's... All right. She'll turn and look at everybody and be like, can y'all make sure no one sees me? You know, her 6-foot tall ass.
She just like
I'd
pops
like
up to like maybe 5 foot.
Yeah,
Like,
tries to
I'm-
be smaller.
same.
I'm willing to, if we need to, and also to try and cover if we want to try to get into this shop. I don't know if I'd be able to try and roll. I have a stunt about being, because I'm a wallflower, being able to see it being sneaky and unseen, and try to like use some magic to essentially illusion. You know, like when you're going into security camera and you just put things on a loop like it looks normal.
Mm-hmm.
Just try to
Mhm.
like create some illusion in front of us so that when people look at us, it just looks like we're doing what we are now.
Absolutely.
Oh,
I
I
can.
love that.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
I also
Hmm.
have a stunt that might apply here. And I
Let's
don't know if
team
I'll
up.
ever get the chance to use this again.
Magical
hear it.
team up. Let's go.
Yeah.
I have, because I'm a magical it girl, I get +2 when I flashily create a distraction in social situations. So I think Rasai's gonna like kind of like lean up against a wall that's a little bit like it's close to, but not near, like right
Yeah.
next to the bakery, and like just like juggle sparks or some shit, just so that's something that will draw the eye away from
Mhm.
what Makoto's trying to do.
Love it.
Absolutely.
And I
Okay,
think-
and that
Oh, go ahead.
I'm not going to make you roll for your stunt because I think with yours combined, I think you're golden. So it's beautiful. Between the illusion and the juggling, it seems like you are
I'm
well
much more of a
camouflaged.
nerd than I thought.
I think Makoto will just kind of say to the group around her, they work well together. All right, and I will do this subtly. And I will do this as subtly as I can.
Mhm.
Subtle. And she'll just shove her hands in the dirt. And try to save the plants.
Okay,
Just to see if she can heal, because she hasn't tried this yet.
absolutely.
Mhm.
So, what are you feeling? What is your intent as you're shoving your hands in? How are you trying to cast?
I think she's trying to be careful. Maybe? Not to
Okay.
damage the roots, but just like
Yeah,
get to
yeah,
the
yeah.
source of the problem and try to help.
Of course, of course. Go ahead and roll me a careful.
Okay. I can't see what that says.
1.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Just in the positive. For
Is that good?
plants, that's all you need.
So yeah, she'll kind
You-
of get in the roots, but not break them, and just
Mhm.
think, healthy thoughts.
Milk, veggies, water,
Yeah, just like
8 hours
water,
of sleep.
sun, rest,
Uh-huh.
not green Jolly Rancher shit. Just
Yep.
Heal.
Yep.
I'm
And-
really good at it.
Because
T-shirt. Think healthy thoughts.
because of the intent behind your magic and the natural healing ability that has been blessed upon you by our mother Isir, it seems to come pretty easy. So you do see this plant slowly begin to come back to life. It's not perfect, but it does start to regain a little bit of color. It's not going to pop immediately back, but you do see it start to just regain life. Some of the leaves look a little less dingy. The dead ones fall off, and you see a couple buds start to sprout.
So
And it
look at the
feels
group.
better.
Yeah, look at the group. Just, I did it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Good
and then
job.
fling dirt everywhere. Oh, sorry.
Amazing.
One of the people who was watching Rasai do some magic tricks was just like, whoa, is that part of the act? What's up with that?
Don't worry about it.
It's my sparkle.
Why are you looking at me? I'm the shoe here.
Yeah, your blue sparkles is just bits of dirt.
This is how I do magic.
Hmm.
Ta-da.
I'm out of here. And that immediately loses interest in the crowd.
Is the door to this bakery locked, by the way?
Well, so funny that you ask that.
Hmm.
Because as you head over to assumedly check it,
Mhm.
you would actually notice that it has the slightest crack already open. And the chain is across the top from the inside, keeping it from open all the way, and there is a single eye staring out at you. And as soon as you approach, the door just slams shut and you hear it, "Eee!"
Oh,
What was that?
we're here
I'm
to
sorry.
help.
I think one of the sisters is there.
Yeah.
Hi. I think Cersei would just go up and knock on the door.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Question: was the eye a normal, healthy eye, or was it a green eye? Is it Jolly Rancher green?
But it was not Jolly Rancher green, no.
Oh.
This
There's
one seemed to be a beautiful hazel. The door pops open just that inch again, and that eye peeks out again. It's just like, we've had enough help, thanks. We've been scammed enough. Thank you. And the door closes again.
Oh, do we have something we can say to get in?
Well, maybe you can help us and we can do an exchange. I could use your help.
What
We'd
could
love
we
to try some
possibly
of your-
help? We don't have anything.
Everyone
As
is
they
so-
say that, you guys hear muffled from within several glasses, plates, something just slam into the wall or floor and shatter. And you hear this girl just go, "Eh, we really don't have
Makoto-
anything we want."
I
We
No,
can help.
Makoto will use one of her aspects and just
Wait,
batter through that thing.
Oh, sorry. Giselle is saying wait, but I don't want to.
Yeah, no.
I said that
okay.
too late.
Because here's the problem. When she
Uh-huh.
doesn't change her mind when she settles on it, she just does it.
Mhm.
This is me, Torm, by the way. Go,
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, but I
Giselle's
think
trying to be
Makoto
like,
would
wait,
do
wait,
it.
wait, 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 wait.
Makoto would do it.
Okay.
Okay. And what is Makoto doing right before we head to break?
Because once she hears like the little stifled scream and like the danger and probably they're hurt, just go, we're here to help you. Just yell it really loud. Just like, are you okay? Bam! Just ram.
So I sets off a firework at the same time. Just
Are you okay? Breaks door off hinges.
You are
No one
being helped.
said that
Please do
she
not
was-
resist.
Yes.
No one said she was super intelligent. Okay.
Resistance is futile.
I'm so in love with her. So as Makoto bursts the door down. You hear another little eep as this person behind the door gets shoved back, thrown to the floor, and
Here to help you.
you guys see this cute little half-elf girl with little chestnut skin and curly hair in buns, although it looks a mess right now. And she's got a frilly dress with an apron, although again, it just looks a mess right now. And she's just kind of looking up at you in fear. And that's where we're going to take a break. We'll see you guys in 10 minutes.
Thanks.
I sure hope.
I sure hope it does.
It
Oh,
does.
were we supposed to say that? Oh,
I did it. I did it with you.
I
You're
know.
good.
Seriously, and I
Yeah.
were just on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
I was
Love
behind.
you guys so much. So much.
We love you too.
And yes,
Do you say
Bernard
that because
does
you're
work.
about to make us cry?
No. This is in genuine admiration. After watching you guys quote TikToks. Anyways. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to hell. The door to the baker's dozen was just burst down. A little baker girl was just knocked over. You guys are here to help.
Makoto. That's like genuinely Cersei, like kind of laughing.
Yeah, I think
Oh, no.
Makoto just shoulder rammed it and tried to like look immediately everywhere, just eyes completely open. And where is it? What happened?
The first thing you notice, other than the girl on the floor that you knocked over, is that this place is torn to pieces. You can tell that they've given up trying to clean things up because it just seems to constantly be happening. It was a very cute bakery at some point, but bites have been taken out of like the actual shutters on the windows. Bites, yes. There are scratch marks all over. Shit has been knocked down, glass is broken, strewn across, plates gone, food spoiled, eaten, half eaten, thrown across the room. It's terrible. Further back, you can see through one of the doors the kitchen, where it seems like there's still a bit of a spinning plate. Oh my god, excuse me. Bit of the spinning plate that had just fallen before it breaks in half and falls onto the ground.
But there's no like obvious like monster or anything making trouble in there.
Nope.
Okay, I
Cersei's
think
gonna-
Makoto will.
Oh gosh.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna. Makoto is gonna like slowly back up and lean down, and very gently like grab her hands and just, "Are you hurt?" Like twisting them and looking a little bit
Makoto.
gently. Grab it and
We
snatch
are-
it.
My butt
Cersei's
hurt.
gonna peek around Makoto and just be like, use their diminutive size, like really like,
Mhm.
we are here to help, I promise. I'm Cersei. This is Makoto.
Hi. Why did you break down my door?
I thought someone was attacking you.
No, just the ghosts in the walls, as always.
There's ghosts in here.
Yes, isn't that why you're here? Aren't you another fake ghost hunter trying to extort us?
No, I was just trying to help you. Excuse me.
We
And I think Makoto, in full intent to try to be nice here, very just scoops her and just
Mhm.
picks her up to try to take her
You see
outside.
a little bit of red on her cheeks, and she's like, "Oh, okay."
Or maybe not
There-
do
Are you-
outside? Okay.
Yeah, like
Oh,
maybe just like,
Not out. Right.
Yeah.
Is there a chair in here? Or a nice bench so you're not sitting in glass?
This way.
I will follow wherever she
Yeah.
wants. And then if there's like a chair or glass, I'll just try to just, like hit it
Mhm.
off so it doesn't, it's not dangerous to sit on.
Yeah. The place that she leads you is what seems to be just a living room. Looks like this is a 2-story home/shop. And further back past the kitchen, you guys are brought into the living room where it's a little cozier, only for the fact that there's less breakable glass. But the stuffing has been like torn out of the couches and is strewn about, but at least there's somewhere to sit. You can see that they've kind of put like blankets over the torn up couches. That seems to be the only thing that they're bothering with right now. And go ahead.
Have you had an animal get loose in here?
That's such a great question. I don't even know. There's something in the walls, there's something in the house. It acts up at night mostly and throws things and bites things and scratches everywhere.
We are actually postgraduate students from the college just up above
Yeah.
here, and we specialize in paranormal circumstances. And we were wondering if perhaps you would let us attempt to remove the problem for you. We're ghost specialists.
Yeah, we're ghost specialists.
Yeah.
And I think while they're talking, Makoto's just going to put blankets and then like her fuzzy shawl thing that she wears as like a lining of fur. We'll wrap that around her and put her on
Uh-huh.
safety.
Uh-huh. Again, just slowly the red is creeping up and she's just like, oh.
Do you have any
You
tea?
live
I can get you
here?
tea while we talk.
Uh-huh. What?
Do you live here?
I'll go find the tea.
Yeah, me and my sisters. We don't have any other. We already spent all of our money. All of our goods are broken. We don't have anything we can give you as payment.
Oh, we don't. We don't need anything. This is part of our postgraduate dissertation. We're looking around Auriga to find ghost sightings and report more about them, and hopefully find a way to exercise them. So really, you're doing us a favor just by letting us kind of check this thing out and maybe help you.
Yeah. And we would just consider ourselves successful if we managed to remove this problem for you. I'm not raising my hand.
No, I know.
I'm making sure that this game doesn't become, the Cats musical edit.
I mean, that's how we have. We just help. We're just like, no,
Yeah,
don't worry
I'm
about
covering up the ghost
that.
problem.
I want to clarify. Cats
Lucky.
2019. The
Yeah.
original recording of Cats the musical wasn't that bad. It's not a good musical, but I will defend the performances until I die.
Yeah, I watched the original musical a lot. Whatever they did in that movie, we don't speak of it. It's fine.
No.
Mhm.
Listen, when my family moved to Arizona, the only VHS I could find for months was Cats the Musical. I was 10 at the time. I was very impressionable. I don't know how I didn't turn out to be a furry. However, I do know
Rum Tum
every
Tugger, I'm
single
just
Cat's-
saying.
Yeah, I know every single cat's name, including the background ones.
Nice.
No, it's not.
I mean, that's
It
just
explains
good for
the
a
bad taste
trivia
in men.
game.
Yeah.
It helps for trivia. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So-
think. Oh, sorry.
No, go.
I think kind of looking at all of this, Giselle is like, can I pop over? I kind of look down at her and like, may I sit?
Yeah.
Thanks. And I sit down. So, first, sorry about the whole breaking and entering thing. What's your name?
You're not the first.
Oh,
It's okay.
Oh no.
Oh,
This is when the tea comes in. Just careful, it's hot.
Thank you.
Also, at some point, I feel like after Makoto kicking in a door, Rasai will end her thing outside and
Yeah.
shuffle in.
Also, I'll go put your door back. Sorry about that. She'll go put the door back on it just a little bit.
Maybe use some magic just to
I'll figure out.
repair the
That's
I'll
mending.
I'll figure that out.
mending. Yeah.
If Makoto could do it subtly, she will attempt to do that.
It's okay. Trying to help fix this poor person's house You're fine. You're fine. God, sorry. What was the question Giselle asked?
What's your name? we came in
I'm
so
sorry.
hot. But I'm loving the Barbie cowboy hat.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
After taking the tea and kind of staring down at it for far too long, she eventually looks back up and she's like, I'm Cinnamon?
Hey, Cinnamon.
I said that like a question. It's not. It's just been
That's
a while
lovely
since.
name.
Thank you. Since I've talked to other people that weren't trying to extort us.
What were they trying to extort out of you?
Anything. Money, mostly, because we've had to shut down our business because things have been so bad and we're desperate, and they know that desperate people will do anything to try and solve their problems.
I'm really sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Perhaps, given that we are here on an academic purpose, and this is in fact something that could greatly benefit us in our studies, we could compensate you if you'd allow.
She looks y'all up and down, now starting to get suspicious of like, what are
Okay,
you trying
let's-
to do?
Well, I fixed your door. Do you have anything else like that I can fix?
Maybe let's slow down a little bit. You, Cinnamon, you said you worked here with your sisters. What are their names?
Well, there's paprika, there's salt, there's ginger, and then she lists off 11 others in total.
11, all sisters, or siblings?
All sisters.
Oh, the
That's a
baker's
huge family. The baker's dozen. I look at you, Rissa.
Oh.
I get it. I get it. I love that.
Oh,
I love
Thanks.
that.
It was kind of our gimmick.
Yeah.
Clever.
dozen 13.
No.
Generally, yeah.
That. Oh wait. Yeah, that's right. Well,
I kind of like, well, considering it's called the baker's dozen and she only listed 12, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
I don't think
So-
Makoto got it. She's sitting there like,
Yep.
Where are they now?
A couple of them are upstairs. Most of them have left because it's just not safe here. So, they've gone off to other places to try and find their luck.
Have you?
My life is a mess.
Oh.
shit.
hey,
Makoto will take the shawl and just, like rubber shit a little bit with the warmth.
I think Cersei is gonna magic a little rose, but put it in C2B's mouth, and C2B's gonna like hop up to Cinnamon and like maybe hop on her lap and like offer the rose.
She takes it through her tears and gives C2B a little pat. It's like, thank you. You guys are really nice.
Thanks.
We try.
We just want to help you with your problem. Like, there's a lot of like bites taken out of stuff, like the shutters. That's not normal.
No, it's really not.
Would you mind? Oh, sorry, go ahead, Nico.
I'll like produce a notebook and just be like, and it's quite unusual behavior from the notes I have on
Ghosts.
sort of this sort of activity normal.
When did it start?
Yeah.
It started a couple weeks ago, but it was smaller things. And it just hasn't stopped. And it's gotten so bad.
Did it?
Just,
Sorry, you go.
no, it's fine.
Did it correlate with anything else?
happening in your life? Did something happen that day?
I not that
It's
I
just
can think.
often from our okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Just
Sorry.
often from our findings, we find that sometimes there's like a cause or like even an emotional event that can start one of these paranormal things happening.
Draws the spirit in.
That's
Yeah.
actually what the dissertation's about, is the emotional connection of these hauntings.
Mhm.
And you, of course, if you are not comfortable, you don't have to tell us the details of this, but a simple acknowledgement that something did happen would be enough.
I mean, it just started feeling really bad here. You know, emotionally, and we all started to fight with each other. We never fought. We always got along with each other.
Well, I suppose a comfort to be taken is that that may just be a surplus effect of this entity, and that you and your sisters are not actually fighting.
I hope so.
If we can, would you allow perhaps one or two of us just to have a little look around to see where the effects have happened?
Yeah, let me get my sisters out of here so you can look around in peace.
That would be appreciated. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
We've noticed it's really bad in the basement. We don't go down in the basement anymore. It's so scary. It's so dark. But
Thank you for letting us know. Is there only one way in and out of your basement?
through the kitchen, there's a door.
Well, if we can remove this problem from your lives, we will do so.
That would be
And we're
great.
not here to charge anything or scam you out of anything. I swear it.
We don't even have anything to give, so even if you
Oh.
were. All right, let me grab my sisters. And she stands up, goes to set the tea, mostly empty now, to the side. And you guys see as the cup itself just gets pulled from her hands and thrown across the room.
Can I try to catch it?
Absolutely.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, by all means.
It's just going to be a quick see if I can
Yeah.
get it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
With a 4?
Yeah. With a 4, you just...
Good catch.
Oh,
Cat-like reflexes.
wow. Maybe you guys can. Yeah, those reflexes.
Professionals. Mm-hmm.
Wow, that was very professional of you. Okay.
I've done
I
it
feel a
before.
bit better.
That's what professionals do. We catch
Yeah.
flying cups.
Yeah.
Yes. We're paranormal investigators, you know?
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
be ready for
Very
these kind of
physical
things.
job.
Mm-hmm. So Cinnamon gives you all a bit of a nod before running up the stairs. You hear some muffled chatter, some clanging things thudding before 6 exact copies of Cinnamon, just with slight variations.
Good.
Slightly different color scheme. Yeah.
Yeah, one of them has like an orange tie in her hair. The other one has her hair down instead of buns, but otherwise they're just exactly
all
the same.
age.
They're not the same age?
Oh yeah.
What is the term for
How did
14 children?
that happen? We don't
They
ask
are
that.
like elves, right? And they're not like subtly glowing green or anything. Like they're actually not fell, right?
One of them is an imposter.
Fantasy.
Oh no.
Yeah, like
Among Us, no.
Mogus.
Sus.
Yeah, they're just half elves. And they just file down the stairs and I'll kind of give you guys like nods before they book it the fuck out of there. And Cinnamon seems to be the last one, as she is the one who stops and addresses you guys, and you guys think she's the original. You think that's the color she was wearing.
Well,
And
is
she's
she
just
still
like,
wearing my shawl thing?
yes.
Okay.
She's just like, we're gonna go get something to eat, and we'll be
Yeah.
back in a couple hours.
That sounds like
Sure.
a great
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, your door works again.
We've
Sorry about that.
noticed. Thank you so much. No,
Yeah.
it's okay. I shouldn't have shut the door so fast on you.
It's
You did
understandable.
have 5 strangers
Good
at
luck.
your door. Okay,
Yeah.
bye.
I've had many
Thank you.
more. Goodbye.
Mm.
And
Okay, thank you.
Mhm, mhm.
I think Nico's gonna, because we've been encouraged by our wonderful fearless leader to be confident in our abilities and that we should just be already professionals at what we're doing. um, and Nico, perhaps feeling a little emboldened by everything that's going on, is going to, rather than shying away from everything that they are and that is within them, is going to try to tap into that other source of power within them to try and see if they can get a bead on where this thing is.
Absolutely. And you'll definitely get a feeling for that. I won't make you roll for that, but I am going to make you roll for something else.
Okay.
You said that you're feeling relatively confident?
Yeah, I think with everything that happened with Rasai and the comfort from others and how excited they are and how we're just like they really feel like connected to the others and supported, and I think for the first time in a long time are actually feeling their own source of confidence and not the one that has been instilled in them from like the high expectations of parents. This is something born out of themselves and what they actually want to be good at and strong at and believe in themselves. So I think through the power of friendship
Yeah.
is actually feeling pretty confident right now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Then do me a favor.
Yeah.
Roll me a careful
Okay.
or sneaky.
Mm. Ooh. You know what? I'm gonna roll careful because it seems to make most sense. I'm stronger at being sneaky, but
I appreciate you being in character for this.
yeah, flavorful. I feel like they are trying to be careful in how they do it because they know they've taken heed of the warning about the negative emotions and keeping that in check, so they know that they have to be careful with it. So I'll take the hit on the number for the flavor of it. It's a 1.
All right, good to know.
Mm?
So, as you try and close your eyes and get a sense, tap into the fell part of you
Mm.
to use that to see where the fell is here.
Mm.
You do immediately get a ping, and a lot of them, frankly, all over, all throughout the walls. They're just in the house.
Mm.
And you're getting a very, very strong sense from below.
Okay. I think the source is in the basement, everyone, but they're kind of everywhere.
Should we take care of the source first so it doesn't spawn more and then take care of the rest?
I
Yeah,
think
like,
so.
is this
So
Mm.
do you know if this is like the kind of thing that if we take out the source, everything else will go with it?
Campus said that we had
they'd
to
be
take
left
them all
behind.
out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we just go take a look?
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If we're going down, Nico's gonna very intentionally walk beside Giselle to do it, and just give your hand a squeeze and say, "We're gonna do good, yeah."
I squeeze her hand back. I squeeze
We
your
got
hand
this.
back.
Yeah.
Actually, Ulta. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Out of curiosity, Ulta, being in a place like this, feeling this way,
Oh yeah.
how am I feeling?
Oh,
I mean,
worry not. I haven't
Cool.
forgotten about you.
That's okay. Given that tone, you can.
Please forget about me.
Moving
Yeah.
on. Yeah. And take. Hold on, Nico's hand.
You know what? Now that I mention it, don't.
Yeah, my bad. I will take the back to keep an eye on all of us to make sure that nothing gets the drop on us.
And
Yeah,
also,
I think
Now that we're
Oh,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say before we go in,
Mhm.
I'm gonna stop everybody before the door, and I want to use a fate point to enact. Because of my magical connection to C to B, once per game, I can funnel my magic into him, making him into a beacon. So he just gives off this bright, like golden light. And you all suddenly get a sense of where each one of us is. Like you just have a sense of where everyone is. So I'm just like, okay, if anything goes dark or if we lose anyone, we should be able to know where everyone is.
Great.
Cool.
As long as C to B is functional anyway.
Good.
I believe in C to B.
I assume Makoto and Rasai are leading the way to the basement.
Also, now that we're alone, do we want to transform?
That's actually what Makoto is going to do. Like, if she goes first down the steps, each step you just see wool and bubbles and things from the bottom of her feet.
Yes.
And just the boots, the bright blue boots, everything, the green skirt comes up, and just staff. And I think she would look at C2B and invite him to be on the top of her staff.
Oh, he totally flies right
Let's go
up.
time. Okay.
Yeah, I think for transforming, I think for her it's instantaneous. Like, it's not a thought.
Yeah, mine's like it's like this.
Okay. No, I was just gonna, like, much else isn't a thought. Yep, go ahead.
It's like this cinematic of like, if you know, like in a bakery or like a lot of restaurants where you like walk through that door to go into the back, and then like you can see the back of the kitchen through like a hole in the wall that they have, so you can look in and be like, oh my gosh, they're cooking, that's so cool. It literally is like Giselle changes from like walking over the threshold. It's like that, like real quick change.
Amazing.
I think that Cersei is just going to like take a moment and like you almost see them kind of like not squat, but you see them almost dig their feet into the earth, like into if there's like dust and stuff built up on the floor, and just these little vines like come up, and the vines don't go completely over them, but it just starts the process as like their whole body flashes blue, and then they're into their transformed form.
Amazing. Nico, when they do it and they kind of like close their eyes and touch the shell and just let that intention happen, and the whoosh of that celestial ocean, and as they transform, because they get these big owl wings that they're not used to having, there's initially a moment where like the wings pop out and they're not in a space big enough for the wings, so it knocks into a set of plates, but because they're the seer, they see it coming and they catch the plate.
Yes.
I'm just imagining that one episode of Sailor Moon, was it Stars, where she transforms with wings in her own apartment and is like between
Yeah.
Anyways.
So yeah, they'll do that. But it's like the first time, because they normally have so many layers and so covered up, but like the transformation, you can actually see their arms, so you get to see that vitiligo that's glowing, that green color in their face.
Mhm.
And boots with heels. They're now wearing heels, so if they were to sit on camper right now, I don't think he'd be very happy. But Mhm.
And for Rasai, it's like this line of blue celestial flame that goes from like her feet all the way up her body and then around. And as the wings manifest, she also has to kind of like shuffle through the door.
yeah.
Amazing. All right. And as you guys head to the basement door and crack it open, as soon as it does, you all feel this wave of nausea, of distress, of just heart-wrenching, just misery. And it is physically affecting you. It is that point of depression where like it is hard to move, like physically hard to move forward. However, with each breath that you guys take, you can feel your celestial power sort of keeping it at bay. But even with that, it is still very overwhelming. And looking down into the basement, even with C2B's light, you see nothing. It's just a void.
Okay,
Okay.
let's go.
Giselle, can you roll me your lowest stat?
I'd love to.
Thanks.
Oh
That's a -1.
no.
All right.
Duly noted.
Anyways, so for Giselle, these emotions do start to get their claws into you a little bit more than everybody else. And you do feel the marks on your feet like starting to grow. This time they don't feel burning as much, but you feel them. It just doesn't feel as out of place. That all being said, first one down I believe was Makoto.
Yep. Yeah, she's set her mind to it, but does not like this very much.
Yeah. As soon as you take a step down tentatively to see where the step actually is, right as your foot begins to land, you see the blackness scatter just around your foot enough to reveal the wood of a stair. In that brief moment, you guys see flashes of green, hear some very faint, subtle hisses.
Okay. I'll not look at them, but kind of talk behind me and just step where I step.
All right.
Just stay behind me. All right. And I'll even use the staff a little bit because, like, traversing and, a bunch of woodlands and everything, let the staff do it first to make sure there's something actually there.
Absolutely.
10-foot pole.
It always comes back to the 10-foot pole. Gradually, you all step down, and it seems like this void, the fell, that is literally amassing the entirety of this, at least the walls, the surface of the basement, are just avoiding where you guys are stepping, almost as if there's a force pushing them away. And as all of you just barely get in the basement proper, the door slams behind you shut. And it is pitch black except for the faint highlight coming from the light of C2B, which highlights you guys, but still gives no depth to the room. All of the darkness in here just absorbs the light. And 2, 3, 4, 5.
Why are you grabbing dice?
Oh no.
What?
Disaster
Darn it.
Master gets to roll dice too.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like to roll all my shiny dice. Giselle.
Hi.
Hi.
Can I take that back?
No.
Okay.
So, Giselle, you are unfortunately the first target, as things have been so quiet and still down here, as if it's the quiet before the storm. And as soon as that door slams shut, that is when all hell breaks loose. Something starts to drop from the ceiling. The only way you guys notice it is because that bright shock of green starts to outline what looks to be vaguely rat shaped, and I use that incredibly loosely. It's very abstract, but it does for sure have a mouth and teeth. And as it forms and drips down from the ceiling, it launches itself down and goes straight for Giselle.
Is there any way I can use a stunt in this moment?
Absolutely.
Okay. Because I have tended livestock that travels in packs. I know that one sheep cannot protect the herd, so I get a +2 and I cleverly distract the enemy and create advantages for my team on this one. So it's my Ram Standoff is the name I gave it. It's wonderful. I'm now. Anyway, so
I love it.
especially with C to B on there and being very bright, Makoto sees this, slams the staff on the ground, and starts like when rams are about to attack, they start huffing and scratching at the floor.
Absolutely.
We'll try to be a bigger target, or not a bigger target, a more appetizing target, and try to distract so that the others have an opportunity to do something about this.
Sounds
Maybe.
good.
Okay. Why did I make this clever? It's fine. Okay.
You can change it.
Okay.
You
No,
can
it's
just
fine.
shoot it.
It's okay. Am I rolling clever, or how does this work?
Let me take a look at the.
What is it? It's roll with your stat +2.
It's
Sorry, I
theoretically
was
how
so
I
caught
roll.
up in the moment that I wasn't actually
you're
paying
good.
attention to the actual. Let's
You're good.
see.
No, the scene is set.
When you,
I
Yeah,
am panicking.
yeah.
And sorry for C to B. I'm kind of using C to B as
Okay.
a part of
Oh
this.
no,
like,
he's
moving the staff
made
around
out of
too.
metal. He's totally fine.
Roll me clever.
Like, look at me.
With a +2.
Yes.
+2.
CDB is fully like flapping his wings bigger, and when he's activated, he has like this blue plume on the front, like you know how ravens or crows like stick out that like little plume. So he is fully like he's making that those
Little
noises
beard.
that ravens make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has his
Yeah.
own
Yeah.
magical girl transformation.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I'll be helping him out, and like the fur that's around all of my stuff too will kind of glow too. I don't know. We're making this distraction great. And so with +2, I think that's a 3, so +5. I can't see it.
Yes, it is. Beautiful.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
So yeah, so 5.
As soon as you do that, everything in the room seems to sort of shift. This seemed to work pretty well. The one that was falling on top of Giselle does seem to turn its attention towards you. And instead of going to bite Giselle, it instead twists and just launches off of Giselle's head towards you, Makoto.
Okay. And I will yell to the rest of the group, do what you can, and I'm going to move away from them a little bit. Just try to get, since it is coming towards me, have them have access to its back. And just stomping and huffing. Yeah.
And at the same time, as you're sort of stepping away from the group, you start to see, at least the rest of you, start to see bits of green as these shapes start to form a swarm, starting to go for Makoto. Just around the ankles, starting to head further up. There's a lot of them, and I describe them as rats, but they're probably like 2-3 feet tall. So, I mean, like, from soft rats.
Oh.
Big rats
Yeah.
of unusual size.
Yeah, I'll say the RUSs. It's the RUSs, guys. Sorry. But yeah,
Well-
so she'll be using the staff to kind
Mhm.
of, since she's distracting, she's actually not going to be attacking him, actually. Never mind.
Cool.
I changed my
I
And
might
Makoto?
try to attack.
Oh, go ahead.
I was wondering. Okay, I have a few things, and I don't know if I'm wrapping too much into the one go. You can let me know. I was gonna consider, certainly because there's so many of them, to do that swirling cloud of sharp-edged owl feathers to like shoot out
Mhm.
at them. But if you'd allow, trying to take the lesson from dearest darling Campo, because I'm out here wanting to impress, not to disappoint.
Oh, don't
And it was all
begin.
about control. It's okay to be what I am. I just have to control it, is the
Mhm.
message I took away from it. And so I'd like to think that my patches that glow the same kind of green, as I concentrate and tap into what not only the seer is, but what my heritage is. And if you'd allow,
Mhm.
like a third eye that is just like the green light kind of open up to allow me to actually see these things in the dark, so that I can be more precise
Hell
with how
yeah.
I'm attacking them.
Absolutely.
Cool.
I think that would be a fun sort of stunt that you could use
Yeah.
or come up with,
Um,
but we can figure
yeah.
out details later.
We can yeah.
Absolutely. For now, you can add a +2
Okay.
to
And
whatever
I
you
think
roll
I'm
for
being
this.
clever because it's like a wisdom thing, really, to kind of
Absolutely.
tap into that third eye. So let's
Yeah.
hope for the best, everyone.
Let's go.
Oh, that's a 7.
Ooh, hot femme shit.
Let's go.
That's
Hell yeah.
growth,
Fell
baby.
me fell. Yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to hand you a fate point as well, however.
Okay.
You are going to succeed,
Yes.
but not enough to save Makoto from some harm because
Yes, that's fine. Because there's so many of them that it's not just
drew a lot of
I get it.
attention.
Yeah.
But go ahead and take that extra fate point for this session. And Makoto, dear, sweet, lovely, darling, my dear.
Yep.
You can go ahead and take, oh god, what is it in this game? I give it out so rarely, even though it's literally about fighting monsters. Harm, stress.
Stress. Mhm.
Go ahead and add, I'm going to say for this one, we'll start just with 1 point of stress.
Do I just, assuming I click that?
Yep, just click 1 point of stress.
Yep.
So, as Nico, you're able to sort of envision all of these, and as you do, it looks more like a puzzle with all of these guys literally just melded together against the floor, the walls, the ceiling, and only when they start to separate do they become clear to the others. But you can see how many there are here, and it makes it much easier to see when they're about to leap out. You shoot out your feathers, piercing as many as you can. With a 7, it's pretty fucking good. You are able to honestly clear about half the room.
Wow.
Makoto does still get bitten up pretty badly, scratched up, but Makoto was also a fantastic distraction.
100%.
You still have a couple little guys clinging to, like, your staff and your ankle, but otherwise about half of the room has finally been cleared of this void darkness, and you can see it is, in fact, a regular-ass basement. Still dark, but you can at least recognize that it's a basement. You can see there are bags of flour that have been ripped apart and strewn all over. You can see barrels of supplies that have been smashed in. But it seems like half of them are still here. and they are starting to swarm even angrier together, hissing, the entire room starting to shake.
I would like to, I think Cersei wants to see if maybe we can even talk to these things. So they're going to use another stunt because of my connection to the mandrake. You see their eyes flash blue as they hold up their hands, and these vines and roots just like start jutting out from the floor. And like the ones on Makoto's staff, it like just like whip grabs around them and pulls them all, immobilizing everything that they can see anyway to the floor. And part of this stunt is that I can, if I choose to, I can make thorns erupt and destroy the enemy. But I'm going to wait on that and just say, hey, we want to talk. Can any of you talk to us?
Just turn on your location. I just want to talk.
Yes.
Also, that was so threatening.
We're here to help, I swear.
The rats that you have ensnared in these vines just thrash about, hissing, snarling. They don't seem to respond intelligently.
What do we want to do, guys?
I think the intelligent source of whatever this is probably deeper inside, and so I'm just gonna kick it. I'm sorry.
That's
Go ahead,
fine.
Rasai.
Yeah.
Since I can't see the room, or like it's very, very dark, Rasai's going to assume that like the others are going to handle Makoto being swarmed by these things, and it's going to turn to the rest of the room where I assume there are more.
Yes.
And she's just going to try and create, like, just send like a magical attack out into the darkness to at least try and like scatter.
I cast fireball at darkness.
I didn't ask how big the room is. I said I cast fireball. Like, like I'm not doing like a fireball because I don't want to catch the place on fire. But it's kind of like magic missile thing to at least try and scatter them and see some movement of how many are here.
For sure. Are you trying to be forceful with this? Are you trying to be clever to try and like?
I guess it would be
blur them
clever
out?
because trying to get more information about it. Oh, here we go. I'm so good at rolling. Oh, that's a 2. It's
2.
It's positive.
Fantastic. That's the wrong die. Okay. You do manage to scatter what remains, which was about half of the room at this point now. So half the room is just, even though it's just void black, you get the sense of movement as you stare into this about to cast, and it is nauseating. But when you do cast, these things do start to scatter. A few of them fall from the ceiling, finally outlined, and you're able to distinguish most of them from each other. You gather, again, about 2-3 feet tall. There's probably about 20-25 left. However,
not a small number. Not a small number.
No.
In scattering them, a handful have noticed you, Rasai.
Wonderful.
And they're going to attempt to skitter into the cracks in the ground and come up and grab at you.
Oh, that's
with
fun.
their teeth.
Even more fun.
Indeed.
These fans are rabid, you guys. It's just...
Yeah.
Nico perks up at this. Oh no.
All right. So tell me, what are you or anybody doing in response to this?
I
Can
want
I
to
catch myself on fire?
I love it. Oh my gosh.
Like, I use blue celestial flame to change. Can I just bring it back?
Yes.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah. What was Giselle's plan? Just curious.
I
What?
was gonna
Let me see.
keep helping Makoto, and so I was gonna use an aspect to do a stomp routine and kill the rats, but Rasai's setting herself on fire, so I kind of want to see where that goes.
I mean, why not both at the same time? It would
Yeah.
be very
Yeah.
yeah.
oh,
Yeah,
it's like this really
absolutely.
cool, like rhythmic background thing as Rasai is like, yeah, you
Just erupt in flames.
Amazing. Okay. So Rasai, in erupting into flames,
Mhm.
what is your approach to this? Are you being forceful? Are you just like, I need to get rid of these things, I need to just or
I
are you
think it's
trying
an
to have a
instinctual
more
reaction. So quick, maybe,
quick? Okay. Go ahead.
if that works. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's a 3.
Very nice, very nice.
okay.
So you absolutely do. How far away would you say you are from the others?
Because I was focused more on like the room itself, I would say I'm a little bit further away, but probably closer to, I guess, Nico, because Nico was also in that area.
Yeah, I'm ranged at the moment. Yep,
Oh shit.
Okay.
it's fine. That's hot.
I'm sorry.
Literally.
It is pretty hot.
Yeah.
So you do erupt into flames as these things start to like nip at your ankles and try and swarm you now instead, which immediately incinerates these guys. They just dissipate into puffs of that same bluish sparkle, although this one has a little bit more green to it. And you also notice that the range of your fire is a little farther than intended,
Yep.
which does get a good chunk of the fell.
Mm-hmm.
However, it does also get Nico a little bit, since I believe you said that's who you're closest to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, dear sweet Nico, you just feel this burst of warmth and then searing pain. I would say it's just over one arm, so you can go ahead and take one stress as well.
Okay. Can I also react to it?
Yeah.
Okay. I would say that Nico, while it hurts at first, but in seeing things swarming around Rasai, their instinct is actually to redirect the feathers that they have. And Rasai could probably see this glowing green eye on Nico's forehead at the moment, and they don't necessarily flinch from it. It hurts, but they want to protect Rasai, so they'll just like try to get rid of whatever's left that's surrounding her.
Yeah, can you
And
roll me a
then-
power of
and-
love, please?
Yeah, I can roll for power of love.
That's the power of.
I am
Yeah.
undone.
Oh,
Hot
that's
fell
just
in
a
your
one.
Oh. Well, they are hurt.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
spicy.
It is spicy. You do hurt, but
Yeah.
you do push through it, and you
Yeah.
assist as much as you can to
Mhm.
get rid of what remains, which isn't very many around Rasai after that.
Okay.
But the few who are still like around the edges of this burst of flame, you're able to just like
Yeah, finish the rest of them, and then I'll step back and just give my hand a little shake, like.
Nico, oh my god, I am so sorry. Are you
It's okay,
okay?
it's okay. Yeah. I'm good. And
You
I
sure?
tried to like give a thumbs up, and I'm like.
I think at this point, Cersei's eyes are still like blue and like looks over and sees this happens, like, okay, and activates the thorns. So whichever, just like whichever ones were
Mhm.
trapped around Makoto just
Mm-hmm.
are no more.
Yeah, and then Giselle was doing some stompies.
Yeah, I was doing some stompies as remind me, what does it add when I use an aspect?
+2
Okay, cool.
to whatever it is that applies. What aspect are you using?
I was going to use forceful. It seems it there's particular dance is not very full of finesse, but
Yeah, let's go.
and it's not especially careful, so let's see. That's a 0, so I'm glad I'm using an aspect for a 2.
For a 2. We love to see it. These dice love you. I want you guys to know how much these dice hate me and love
We
you.
love you too, Dice. Mwah.
Love you too, dice. Don't. That's such an ominous thing to say right before you roll for me.
With a 2, you still are able to just stomp, 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 stomp with this fire show going on in the background. I think
It looks cool.
Yeah, it looks sick as hell. And then as Cersei finishes off the ones that are ensnared, that's the moment where you're like,
Yeah.
all of the
And there's
fell. And there's just some bucket of water randomly that dumps onto you, you know.
That's what I was going to reference. God damn it.
Yeah, yeah,
And Nico lets out a yell of pain.
yeah.
Oh no.
Whoa. Oh,
Bucket of
we
water
burst a
missed.
pipe.
You did, in fact, burst a pipe, but you don't see any fell around here. However, you do still feel that sense of just misery, and you still feel drawn further down. And so you guys will still have a moment to catch your breath, but as the room is now clear of fell and you can see, amidst the mess that is, or was, the baker's basement, there's also a large grate that leads down to the sewers.
Mm.
Can I heal
You
her?
know, I think
Sorry.
taking down a fresh burn wood into a sewer sounds like a fantastic idea.
Did you get that?
That's why I would like to
Nico.
heal you.
So- oh, right, we have
Nico.
powers now. Yeah.
Yeah. Here, I'm going to send like again that like originally it was the rose petals. I'm gonna send that little shower of rose petals toward Nico's like burned side again,
Oh.
and see if I can heal them. And I'm also going to look at Makoto and say, "Are you okay? You got her too."
Yeah, I think I'm okay. I have a few scratch marks, but I'm all right.
Mm.
Also, sorry
Steed
to put
is-
C2B in that.
Oh no, he's fine. And I think at this point he like does like a crow caw, like a like
Mm.
and he I think will like flap his wings at you and send some healing your way too.
Oh, I was going to ask mechanically, how does that work with stress?
Best
on
love
this?
word.
So, because you are the chosen with celestial powers, specifically given to heal, blah, 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 blah. Because this is just part of your abilities, you guys are able to heal wounds like this. There are some that you might want to roll for, but these ones, you can go ahead and remove your stress. As with that healing, you feel refreshed. You feel the wounds itch a little bit as they close up, but other than that, you're fine.
Smells a little like aloe.
Oh, thanks.
Mm.
I wonder if I can like change that up.
Mm.
Like sometimes it can be a little maybe pumpkin spice for fall. Anyway.
Ooh, yeah, we're coming up on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do
Thanks,
that.
though. That feels amazing. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Well,
No problem.
And if we fix this
Yeah.
place, then maybe the sisters can make some.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
So, the sewers. Oh, like as Nico's blinking, they maybe haven't necessarily noticed themselves that they now have this glowing green third eye on their forehead, but
Oh, it's still there?
Yeah. I'd like to think it's just been embraced into part of the transformation now.
Hell
Cool.
yeah.
It looks
Wow.
awesome.
You gotta you Nico, you gotta. Ooh.
Gotta
You got a guy.
Can you
Can
see
you, like,
that?
An
on
eye?
Can you blink it with the others?
Is
Like,
it
does
is it fashion or function or both or?
Well, I think
Looks great.
I tried. Yeah, I was trying to like channel
Uh-huh.
and control the way that Kampa taught us, and I
Yeah.
just kind of opened up my perception of the fell. It was pretty cool.
Kappa taught us.
Looks awesome.
Yeah, I was trying really hard to learn lessons. Yeah, that's my. Yeah.
Yeah, like spooky, but like fun spooky.
Okay, fun, spooky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can. Okay, so it's not troubling to look at then.
No.
No,
Seems cool.
that's who you are.
Awesome. Just like try touching it.
Hug yourself in the eye.
You're like,
Yeah.
I thought you were like covering your face as you were about to cry again. I was like, no.
All three cried then? Just
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
no.
weird green tears. Wow. Cool.
I don't
Is everyone
know.
okay?
Yours.
We did it.
I just kind of
Are you-
want to. Oh,
No, it's fine.
Is everyone okay? No one else is hurt or
I'm sorry again. I didn't realize the flames were going to be that large.
Hey, but it was awesome. You handled all those things and it was good. I was just standing a little too close. That's my bad.
It's not your fault, but I will be more careful in the future so that none of us, get burned again.
that sounds good.
Burden of the dragon.
Yeah. We're all learning and
She's
yeah.
like, ah, shit, this is what they were talking about.
yeah.
And I think Makoto's just like looking between Risai and Nico, like, don't know what it is. Something. Like, a bit of
Yeah,
suspicion.
Makoto, you
Like,
got it.
interesting. Okay.
Mhm.
And she's gonna walk over, take the staff, and pop open the grate.
I kind of want to get rid of this thing as fast as we can.
Mhm.
To be in a
It feels
sewer.
pretty awful.
Heal this
Are y'all
wound,
ready?
yeah? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And I think she will again just try to borrow C to B if possible. And
Oh, yeah.
just yeet. No, I'm just kidding. and
Just flies. Okay.
put the staff like down so she can see. Is there a ladder? Is it just we got to drop? What does it look like?
Peering into it, you don't know what it's really supposed to look like because it also is covered in not complete blackness, but veins and cracks of black and green that have sort of broken through pieces of it. You see, maybe there are remnants of a ladder at some point, but you guys are also magical chosen and are, dare I say, immune to fall damage.
Hell yeah.
Neat.
Hell yeah.
Just in case anybody has attempted.
Hell yeah.
Yeet.
I jump and
Knowing
my
I-
tutu kind of expands like a little Mary Poppins umbrella.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
was
do
gonna
the little
say,
peach hover.
Exactly what I was imagining.
maybe like a little twirl as you go. And Makoto will look at the rest and just, I'll help you down if you need, and just jump.
Yeah.
She'll try to go first. Yeah.
I think Cersei is going to try. They're getting a little more confident in magic is something they've been able to do, but they've never really had a lot of confidence in it. But with the trick with the vines, I think they're going to try and make like a hand on the top level for us to get on and maybe like go down. And should I roll? for
Hell
that?
yeah. Yeah, I would love to. Love to see you do that, is what I meant.
Yeah.
I would say give me careful, clever.
I think this is careful, especially because they're not as
Mhm.
confident with it.
Yeah, let's fucking go.
Hey, I got a 2.
Beautiful. That's plenty. It takes you a minute to get the shape right, but it's solid. And you're able to load everybody on and just
Yeah.
slowly lower
I know you
everybody.
two have wings, but if you don't want to use them, you know.
Yeah, I mean it's a tight fit down there, at least till we get to the bottom. So it's appreciated.
Risai very hesitantly steps on because she knows this leads to the city sewers, and that's not a fun place that she wants to be.
Nope.
She's a city girl, but above ground.
Yeah.
And as you guys descend, once again, the more that pit in your stomach and heart just drop. It feels like you're walking into the result of a war zone. You feel like there's something very, very wrong. Though you don't really see much other than the black and green ingrained into the walls, the floor. You guys follow this feeling. It doesn't go very far, but going down a turn, you find a sewage fall that you guys are looking over. However, you guys wouldn't have really known that it was a waterfall of sorts because it's making no sound. The reason you figure that out is because as you peer over the edge of this maybe 40, 50-foot drop into this huge circular room where there are other openings with more sewage pouring down, it's landing into just a solid black void. It's completely still. The sewage is kind of just getting absorbed and disappearing into it. But otherwise, this you guys can feel immediately upon looking at it, immediately seeing these vine or vein like things creeping out from the center. You know that this is the source. And you are again hit with this other wave of just misery, regret, betrayal. Almost to the point of bringing you to tears. Maybe to bringing you to tears. Who knows?
So around us are like veins along the walls and everything. Can Makoto go up to one because she has very high like emotional empathy?
Yeah.
Not a lot of intelligence, but go and touch it and just try to listen. Just no thoughts, just trying to receive if there's anything more specific about the emotion or like is there one thought that just keeps going?
Yeah. I'm not going to make you roll for this.
Okay. Oh, is it bad?
Fine.
I'd give you a fate point, but we have 10 minutes left, so...
No, you're fine. Yeah. But yeah, as just again trying to because she tries to accept everybody as they are. Just same idea.
Yeah.
Just want to listen.
You do so, and emptying your mind, opening your heart, you are flooded with way more than you can possibly comprehend. You have thousands of years of just almost every negative emotion, but mostly betrayal, anger, sadness, just festering. It is way too much for your mortal body and mind as you literally reach into pretty much the ghost of a god. And here's a fate point for you. Love you. Kisses. Mwah. Everybody else, you see as Makoto goes and touches one of these veins, closes her eyes. After a moment, seems to struggle, has a little bit of a nosebleed, and then just passes out.
Oh, shoot.
Oh no.
Makoto!
Also very
Uh,
heavy. Definitely tears are there as well.
Okay, let's not
I go
touch
to
the
catch
things,
her.
everyone. Yeah.
Oh god, be careful.
Giselle just gets squished.
Timber!
Over the edge into the
No.
pit.
Wait, no, if I have
Kidding,
to,
I'm
I have
kidding.
something for this, but
Can we
Uh,
heal her?
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Mhm.
guys combine a couple slaps of healing, and Makoto, with a little bit of blood in your mouth and in your nose, you wake up with the world's worst migraine. And you do remember what you felt, even if you can't fully comprehend it.
And just sits up immediately, just spitting out blood. Just
oh gosh,
Are you-
oh. Did you bite your tongue?
no,
Are you
don't
okay?
touch it. Don't touch it. Oh god,
Ooh,
don't
not
touch
gonna.
Okay.
Don't touch. Oh, the blood.
I
it.
think
The wall. Don't
the vine
touch it.
thing.
Yeah, let's not
The
touch
vein.
the... For no reason in particular, and definitely not because the taste and smell of blood came up. Does it feel the same and as intense for me being next to this thing? Do I feel any different?
For sure. It does affect you and Giselle a little differently, but it does affect you. You guys, I think, are a little more easily influenced by this. So
Probably not good because I have an idea, and it is a
let's
bad
hear it.
idea. And I cannot think of
hear
a
it.
good.
ideas.
No, I can't think of a reason to do it after
Yeah.
Makoto's reaction. Aside from, I want to see what happens.
I feel like
It's kind of like
I know.
that's like a later on last ditch effort type deal.
Yeah. It's the temptation to touch the button when you see a button.
It really is.
I feel like everyone, we were all given these powers and, have to work as a team. Do you think this is something where we have to, I don't know, combine together to try and heal the wound? I don't think we're
maybe.
here to fight this.
Voltron.
We're here to heal the wound. That's what Campa said, right?
Yeah, I guess we.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Giselle leans over the edge and she looks down into the void, and she says, "Auriga, what's the name of the goddess who died again? I'm sorry,
Yeshet.
Yeshet." I lean over the edge and I say, excuse me, Yeshet, your wife sent us."
The pit, completely still, unmoving, pulses. The green veins start to reach out ever so slightly, and then it's just still.
I think Makoto wiping the blood off face is definitely going to grab the back of Giselle's shirt and pull it back away from that.
We all train for healing, right? If we all just combine our healing energies together, do you think we can
Heal the wound.
Yeah. We haven't been able to practice this
Sure.
part yet. We just learned how to.
I don't know if this is going to be something we can do remotely, but I think because because of Cersei's own past, this is very much resonating for them. and they're very affected by this. They just have the urge to like, they saw that pulse as a hand, and I think that almost like, I think we have to touch her, and like next to them, I think a hand is going to come out of the earth made of vines and start reaching down toward the void. And I think Cersei is going to touch it and hold out a hand, like, put your
Yeah.
healing into the hand.
Or we all just hold hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll hold your hand.
Yeah.
Or if
The
we're gonna
power of
daisy chain this,
friendship.
I'll hold
I don't-
Nico's
Yeah.
hand.
I don't know if
Good.
Makoto's gonna do it, to be honest. Just
I mean, you just got
Yeah.
so yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
I
Positive
think
that's
vibes
fair
at
enough.
least.
she'll
Yeah.
definitely not choose wiping blood off her face, so not with that hand.
Yeah.
But very tentatively will grab probably Giselle's hand, just because she had just
Yeah.
grabbed her from the edge. Just very scared.
All right. Makoto, Giselle, and Nico. Could you roll me your lowest stat?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's a 2.
That's a 0.
That's also a 0.
Oh.
That's not good.
So, as the group begins to focus on healing, reaching down with this vine hand
Yeah.
to
Yes.
Do it
Yeah.
for the vine.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Look, we're-
Do
yeah.
it for the vine.
We're doing it for the
Yes.
vine.
We're making vines, guys.
It touches the void. The void does not react. It just sits there. You don't feel anything more other than just a direct connection to this source of misery. Like, if you were in a room with an oven that was on, you would know that the room is warm because the oven, but if you were to touch the oven itself, you would feel that it's hot, you know?
Mhm.
But emotional. So as you all begin to try and focus on healing, Cersei, Rasai, you have that faint blue glow begin to pulsate and reach down through the vines into this. The others, you can see it sparking, but you all feel this emotion pushing back. And it is starting to overwhelm the others and push their magic away. You guys, Makoto, Giselle, and Nico, the tears are free flowing if they weren't already.
Yeah, her
Whatever
hand's
negative
shaking in Giselle's hand right now.
whatever negative emotions you guys have been feeling, if it's that you're not good enough, that you aren't doing the right thing, that you're not going to be able to, just any kind of that just boils right to the surface.
Ooh. I'm trying to think if there's anything I can do to try and push through to help. Could I use an aspect?
Absolutely.
I don't know if it's just to try and kind of push up past it. I don't know. Because I do have a reluctant paragon of the Anasis dynasty, and so trying to like tap into whatever, I don't know, birthright I have. Just to try and push back against my own lack of self-confidence, I guess.
Yeah. I would say that works. You sort of take a deep breath, center yourself, remember that even if this negativity is part of you, that's not a bad thing. It's just part of you. You need to learn to work with it.
Mm-hmm.
The emotions settle, still there, but they even out. And the glow begins to emanate from you as well. You feel the healing start to go.
You okay?
Do you have a ghost?
Poltergeist?
Did things get thrown?
No, sorry. Kids screaming, help me outside, and I have PTSD with kids being in trouble.
Oh no.
So I think they're fine. I think they're just fighting.
Mhm.
Like,
Okay, I was gonna say,
play
yeah,
fighting.
like kids play fighting, not kids
Play
running
fighting,
for lives.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Still, yeah.
Important.
Still scares the shit out of me.
Of
Still.
course.
Anyways.
Mhm.
Giselle, Makoto, how are you guys holding up? Yeah.
I don't know. Makoto's not felt this before. And again, she's trying to accept people as they are. I don't know. I think
That's
she's
okay.
going to try to transform it into something else if possible. Like, I think she's going to try to transform it into anger when met with something she doesn't know.
Ooh.
Interesting.
And like a ground yourself and you know,
Mhm.
feet
Yeah.
firmly on the floor kind of a thing.
You definitely grab onto one of the feelings that you are familiar with. And it catches like fire. You feel that anger turn to rage. Your grip on Giselle tightens. You are not able to fully join in the healing, but you're at least able to sort of focus and take your mind back, at least somewhat. Not
Yeah.
all of this anger is yours.
I think she wants to protect herself. So to protect, she's going to get mad. Yeah.
Sounds good.
So since we're
Yeah.
pretty connected, I think my perspective on this is we're trying to heal, but we don't quite know what it is we're healing. We're trying to help a goddess that we don't know, that we have that doesn't know us, that has she lost her connection to the world thousands of years ago. And so that anger has been festering and stankifying, and I couldn't think of a better word, but that's what I said. It's been so bad. And so I think Giselle is like, the only way to get through this is to acknowledge it. So I think Giselle is going to reach deep within herself into that piece of herself that she has locked away since she was a little kid, the part of her that was so angry and hurt and sad and betrayed that the thing that should have been her safe place was not her safe place. And I think she takes that betrayal and that rage and she pushes it back, not in anger or to anything, but just as a literal communion of pain, to say, I don't know you, but I know this. And I think if we both feel this together, we're going to get through this. It's lancing a boil that has festered for too long. We're not going to get through this if we don't feel it. Scream.
You do begin to feel just like Makoto felt the flames just being fed. You start to feel this you guys start to feed on each other's negativity just for a moment. However, with the attempt at a positive spin on this and the assurance, the camaraderie, with all of you trying and with most of you able to put forth healing. You all feel a swell of this negativity as if it were a boil about to burst. And then it does with an absolute just, ooh, what is that thing after you watch an emotional movie and you cry?
Catharsis?
Catharsis.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you. You all have this grand catharsis. You have horrid headaches, nowhere near comparison to Makoto's, but horrible headaches. The feeling is not gone, but it's not oppressive anymore. You feel lighter, you feel like you can move, but you are all crying. And the black pit just. And in the center of what is now 100% just sewage, you see a glowing green and blue glob, about the size of a softball, that looks almost like blood. And that is where we're going to leave off. I'm sorry I would give you more time, but I literally
No,
stretched
you're
this over. Thank you guys so much for playing. It was so much fun.
Thank
We have
you.
one more
Was
session
it?
for the season.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you all for listening. Stinkifying.
I believe that's
Stankifying?
Stinkifying verb. Thanks for coming.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
I'm gonna lay down now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
same.
Yeah.
All right. So, thank you guys. Come back next week for the season finale, and we'll see you again. Bye, 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 bye,
Thank
bye,
you.
bye, bye.
Bye.
Bye.